This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Sometimes if it's a business where you've got somebody that has been involved in the business and they were the founder, maybe you think that they're just too fragile to discuss with them, and not telling them about what you want to do in the future is best for them. Or you think that communicating will make things worse. Your thought might be it's better to fear conflict than experience it. You think that your feelings about something will pass, this too will pass, but usually the opposite happens. If it just builds, then it usually blows up. And communication is something that we've talked about a lot in our manager's notebook columns. In my opinion, you cannot over-communicate. And many of us avoid those sort of topics, particularly these sort of things. But in my opinion, if you're running a business and looking forward to the future, it's better to tackle it up front rather than to sweep it under the rug. And then finally, you think that some of those people that you're working with should obviously understand your actions, but we kind of forget that others weren't brought up with our experiences or relations or our communication styles. And so, again, back to that communication piece. And you maybe think that they know what you know, or what should happen is straightforward and obvious, but that's not a good argument as well, because everybody looks at things differently than you do. So none of these thoughts, the point I would make is none of them are legitimate for avoiding the topic of succession planning in a business, and that it should be tackled head on, and it should be a strategic part of your plan for the business of how we're going to move it forward in the future. Because of that third comment that I made up there, everybody's mortal, and we're all going to leave at some point, one way or the other. So a big part of succession planning is managing relationship risks. And so we outline, and what I'm sharing with you here is you need to look at who are the key stakeholders, and you need to look at their roles and their values, the power that they have, and the concerns that they have. And so it deals with people. And when I get into the discussion of what to do when you're the new boss, one of the things that you find is that my comment to the people that I work with at the university is everything revolves around people, politics, and money. Those are the three things that kind of run everything. And it's hard to figure those out. Usually there's not enough money, there's too much politics, and people are what are involved with all of it. So if you look at that, and I'll mention here one of the things that I think it's important to look at is kind of an organizational structure, but there's the formal organization, there's also the informal organization. You know who the influencers are in your business. Maybe one of your truck drivers. Maybe they've been there for a long time and people look up to them because of seniority. That's kind of the informal side of things. But then there's the formal org chart as well. And so you have to look at values and the power structure and how you put that all together.
Watch Ag AM in Kansas online at agaminkansas.com.
Next time you see a beautiful field of corn, reach out and thank the farmers who work tirelessly to raise corn for livestock feed, renewable fuels, and exports to feed a growing world population. The farmers on the Kansas Corn Commission work for Kansas Corn with grower-funded checkoff dollars that support foreign and domestic market development, research, promotion, and education to expand opportunities for Kansas farmers. To learn more, visit kscorn.com.